Hey, how's it going everyone? This is DCSG81. I do hope every single one of you are safe and healthy, including your family. So do keep a safe distance, guys. Okay, right now today I'm going to review yet another ZT Toys Iron Man Mark II, as well as the Hall of Armor that comes with it. Okay, so this is not something new from ZT Toys. Their latest one is the Mark IV, if I'm not mistaken, and I think Mark VI is still being on pre-order, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, so this one is quite an overdue item. Sorry that I review it pretty late. Yep, so I have done a review before for the Mark III that you can see right over here. So these two, although I say that it comes with it, but actually you can buy them separately. You can either buy the Hall of Armor, or you can just buy the Mark II. Okay, so no problem there. Yep, so I'll just like to review the Mark II first. Like always, the Hall of Armor will comes later. So let's take a look at the box. Again, as always, shiny box is one of my favorite. You can see it looks pretty good. Over there we can see Iron Man, okay, because it's from the Iron Man movie. Okay, and here we can see Mark II. Wow, just like the shiny part of the box. And at the back again is a bunch of Chinese words which I can't read, unfortunately, but basically I think it just introduce some of it and what's the material that they use for this Mark II. Okay, yep, so let's open it up, and wow, okay, we can see the inner parts of the armor. Okay, and then we'll open it slowly. I don't want anything to fall off. Yep, oh, something has fallen off. What is this? This seems like a replacement part for Mark III. Ah, okay. I think I do heard before there are some issues on the shoulder armor for Mark III, which I don't have, fortunately. So they're actually, giving us the replacement parts for this Mark II. When you buy it, you'll get the replacement parts for Mark III. Wow, very clever. Okay, yep, so and then we can see Mark II right over here, which looks pretty good. Okay, there's something behind. Oh, okay, so it's the armor, the accessory that it comes with. Yep, pretty good there. Okay, so this is the ZT Toys Iron Man Mark II right out of the box. My goodness, wow, when I just trying to remove it from the box, it just feels very much like I'm actually taking out a Hot Toys. Wow, it just look as good as that. Let's take a closer look. My goodness, you can see the shiny parts of it. It looks very good. Okay, I need to do a comparison with the SH Figuarts, because I think that SH Figuarts does have the same finishing, which is very glossy, but I would like to see which one of it is actually looking much better. Not in terms of the proportion, just in terms of the finishings of the paints. Okay, yep, my goodness. And like the Mark III, it just feels very light, like this empty inside, but nevertheless, the sculpture wise, it does looks pretty awesome. Wow, just take a closer look of it. Yep, very nice. And I'm sure a lot of you agree that it's the very same mold of the Mark III, just that they have all this dotted design on it, and mine just seems like oh no, I thought that might have some defects, but it's actually part of the design. Yep, very nice. And even the helmet, you can see there are some the dotted kind of shapes on it. Looks very good. Okay, wow. Okay, and even on the arms area, yep, very nice. You can see all over here, and even the ties, it's all over. Wow, so they actually pay attention to detail on the design, not just blindly just repaint the whole Mark III into silver. Yep, so they do added a lot of Mark II details on it. Very nice. Even at the back you can see, wow, it's very nice. Okay, and the parts here of course can be opened up if I'm not wrong. Yep. Okay, and even underneath, wow, this is very good. Very paying attention to all the detail that it comes with. And I do know that there are another version whereby it can actually light up, okay, on the arc reactor as well as on the eyes. I think there is a light up versions for Mark III. I'm not sure whether there is for Mark II and even for Mark IV. I think there are, if I'm not wrong. Okay, do let me know in the comments below if you have any further information. But overall this looks awesome. Okay, it's just like I'm holding a Hot Toys right now. Wow. Whew. Okay, just let you have an overall view of it. My goodness, this looks very good. Wow. Okay. Yep, let's take a look at the articulations for this guy. Okay, so for the articulation, let's start off with the head. And of course you can look up, I believe, pretty much for some flying pose. But it's not very much this time. Let me see, is there any... oh yeah, it's not very much because you can't even do a flying pose with the head looking down. Okay, and looking down, yep, he can look down pretty much, but not with the looking up. I thought he can look up even further so that we can do a flying pose, but unfortunately it doesn't. Not sure about Mark III. I need to check back on my review. Yep, so looking to the side, no problem there. Yep. Okay, as for the hands, there are some butterfly joints that you can see. You can pull the arms out a little. Okay, I'll show you again. Yep, this is fully inside. You can pull out a little. Yep, for more articulation you can do a 360 degrees. Okay, there's an arm swivels. Okay, double joint elbow, if I'm not wrong. Yep. Be very careful, it's very tight though. Yep, mine doesn't seem to budge. Yep, I think the pin is actually quite tight for now because this has been out for quite some time, like I say, and it might be you know, hardened by now. Okay. Yep, so for the hands, of course you can move around because they are interchangeable hands. Okay, for the torso, yep, you can, there's only one part of articulations. There is no articulation over the waist area. This is one of the limitations of the ZD toys. Okay, so he can still move around pretty much, but be very careful not to scratch some of the panes off. Okay, he can bend forward, not much, bending backwards, yep, slightly better. Okay, but there will be some gap over here. Okay, so if you were to do some flying pose, which is not very good, yeah, you can't really look up and see. Okay, as for the legs, I believe there are some, yep, there are some pull down mechanism. Yep, okay, you can see. Yep. Okay, and you can kick forward. I believe should be yeah, not that much, unfortunately, because of here. Okay, and if I were not to pull it down, I think it will be even lesser, just like this. So I'll pull down and he can actually kick forward a little bit more. Okay, kicking back, yep, just like this, not very much. Okay, and there's a swivels. Okay, double joint knee, which works better compared to the arms. Okay, and the legs you can move side by side a little, front and back, no problem. So there's no toe hinge here. Okay, very unfortunate, just a one whole piece of leg. Okay, and let's see if you can do a split. Yeah, this is the best you can do, unfortunately. Okay, yep, so the articulation is pretty restricted, which we all know for the ZD toys, because he is actually good in terms of the overall aesthetic look and also the better proportion as compared to the SH Figuarts. Okay, so let's take a quick look on all the accessory that he comes with. Okay, so for the accessory, this is pretty much what it comes with. Very simple figure with simple accessory. Let's go through the hands. It comes with a pair of closed fist hand that is already on the figure. Okay, and it comes with a pair of sort of like a relaxed hands. Okay, and a pair of blasting hands, I would say, because this one you have to put on to his hand. The joint goes through like this. Okay, so you have the up front positions, okay, as compared to the previous one whereby you can see it goes straight in. Okay, I'll show it to you guys on the difference later. Okay, and then again another same set of hands, but this time if it's a hole on it, okay, for the blast effects, as you can see right here. Okay, so this again have to be put on to straight on like this to the joints. Okay, yep, and we have 4 similar blast effects, 2 for the legs and 2 for the hands. And this time I do get the same shape because my previous Mark III I do have one which is slightly longer. Yeah, 3 of the smaller ones and just 1 of the much bigger one. Yeah, this is kind of weird for me. And last but not least, it just comes with a stand which I didn't assemble it. Okay, I just want to show you the Mark II. And if you are interested to see how does it looks like, I mean for the whole stand it just looks like this one. Okay, this is for the Mark III which I have fully assembled it. All the stand is very strong stand that can hold the figure pretty well. Okay, this is for Mark III. Okay, so right now I'm going to show you what I means by the hands just now. Okay, so you just need to pull it out. Okay, very big ball joint. Okay, and then you just put it on. This one is the relaxed hand. You just go in straight into the ball joint like this. Okay, yeah, very simple. So it just looks like this one. And for the other kind of hand, I'll show it to you. Okay, this one, instead of going in like this hand, you need to go in like this. Okay, so that you will actually have the position like he's blasting from his hand. Yeah, this is the purpose why they do the holes the other way, so you can actually do him posing the blasting pose like this. Very nice. And for the blast effect, you just need to plug into the holes. Yep, very simple. Okay, looking pretty good there. Wow. And for the leg as well, there's a hole there. You can actually put it on very easily. Okay, you can just use interchangeably. There is no instruction on which one is for the leg or which one is for the hands. Yep, so very simple. Okay, before we start with the size comparison, I think some of you wanted me to measure him with a ruler. Let's take a look. So he's around 18 centimeter, which is roughly around, yep, somewhat around 7 inches or more. Yep, more or less there. Okay, so I would like to start my size comparisons with some SH Figuarts. Let's start off with his first armor, the Mark I, which looks very tiny compared to him, and also his last armor, Mark 85. Next, I will compare him with some Minifigs. I have the Minifigs Infinity War Thor right over here, as well as the Minifigs Amazing Spider-Man. Right up next, I'll compare with some Mezco. I have the Mezco Thor Ragnarok over here, as well as the Mezco Cyclops. And some of you did mention that he might scale very well with some Marvel Legends. I'll compare with the Mark 85, okay, as well as the War Machine. Okay, yep. So you can see this War Machine is a big guy, but he's still slightly smaller than him. And then I would like to compare with some big guys. I have the SH Figuarts Infinity War Hulk right over here. Yep. As well as the Marvel Select Endgame Hulk. And and lastly, I would like to compare with the SH Figuarts Mark II. Yep, it's just such a small guy, as well as the ZD Toys Mark III. Okay, of course they are of the same scale. Okay, so let's take a closer comparison between this SH Figuarts Mark II as well as the ZD Toys Mark II. Other than the size, let's take a look at the details. Okay, indeed the SH Figuarts one does have a better shines look on the finishing of the paint, which looks very good. And this one isn't that bad as well. It does bring a little bit of like matte painting as well as some glossy. I don't know how they do that, but the details isn't that far off compared to the SH Figuarts. Yep. So it's very nice indeed that they actually managed to capture. And do note that probably if you were to get one of the SH Figuarts Mark II, you can buy at least 4 to 5 of these ZD Toys. Yep, I'm not kidding. It's cost very affordable as compared to this guy is a lot more expensive. Okay, and next of course I would like to compare with the Mark III from the ZD Toys as well, so you can take a look whether are they of the same armor other than the paints. Yep, I would think so. Very much the same. I mean, even in the movie, Tony Stark actually uses the same Mark II and just, you know, repaint it to this red and gold. Yep, so they should be very much similar. Okay, looking very good. And I would like to try the head that I mentioned just now. Yep. Okay, so this one does indeed, I think he can actually looks up better. Yep, at least he can do a flying pose as compared to this one. Okay, let's try again. Yep, you can already tell that the Mark III can actually looks a lot further, a lot more to the top compared to the Mark II. Okay, yep, so I'm not sure why there's something wrong with mine, maybe because I think this one should be an improvement of this Mark III because the Mark II come out later, so I thought they would use the same mold, but mine can't really look up enough as compared to this one. You can see that. Okay, so let's take a quick look on the box for the Hall of Armor. It's a very simple box, nothing much as you can see, and it's just the Iron Man 3 wordings on it, even though this Mark II is for the first Iron Man. So let's crack this open. Okay, so as you can see, this comes with some wiring because this Hall of Armor does light up, and also some extensions for you to connect if you have several Hall of Armor, as well as the stand, which is actually meant for the Iron Man to be stand inside. Okay, so let's take a quick look on the Hall of Armor first. There is still some paper inside. Okay, yep, so it's looking pretty good there. Wow. Okay, this thing is huge. Okay, because the Iron Man itself is big as well. Okay, so this is the back view, side view, and at the top there's nothing much, bottom nothing much as well. Okay, let's see if it's being charged. Wow. Okay, it's already have some lights on it, some power, as you can see. Yeah, you just need to press the button over here, then you can see it light up very nicely. Okay, yep. So let's take a quick look on the contents. Okay, like I mentioned, there is some wiring for the chargers. Okay, this is a stand whereby you just need to connect to it, very easy. Okay, and then you just put it here. Okay, just into the hole at the bottom. Okay, I'll show it to you guys again. There's a hole there right inside. I'm not sure if you can see it. Yep, and then you just put it in. Just a very simple one. Okay, and also this is something like the extension, because in my previous video I do not know what is this for, but I was told that they are extension. For those of you who actually have more than one, you can actually connect it together. I have to see how do we actually place this together now. Okay, as you can see, I already have two Hall of Armor. One is for Mark 3, another one is for the Mark 2. And let's see how we can connect. From the first moment, I see that there is some holes and some pegs here, which I believe is for us to connect into one. Let's see how well it works. Yep, so it does works very well. And let's see how these are supposed to work now. Where should we connect them together? Okay. Yep, I don't think so. I was also told that it could be some of you might wanted to stack it up. Is it because of this? Yes. Okay, that's right. Okay, yep, you can see that. So this is how it's being used. Yep, so if you decided to stack up your Hall of Armor, you can use all these to secure it, okay, so that it doesn't fall off. Then you can have Hall of Armor top and below. Yep, you can't see it. Show it to you guys. Yep, this is how it looks like. Okay, but if you wanted to do it like what I wanted to, which is to have them side by side, then you wouldn't need to use the these things. You can just put them like what I did just now. Just make sure the holes actually connects together, the pegs. Yep, and then it's fine, just like this. Okay, yep, as simple as that. Right up next, I know you guys want to see how well this Mark II fits into the Hall of Armor. Of course, I'm going to show you that. Let's see. Okay, yep, just like this. Make sure the leg fitted well into the place. Okay, yep, very nicely done. And I do have the Mark III as well. Just place them together, it should look awesome. Okay, wow, will you look at that. I'll put the lights on. My goodness, this is a beautiful view. Whew, this is nice. Okay, I'll try to turn off some light now. Wow, we look at that. My goodness, this is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, do note that I did not charge this Mark II Hall of Armor just now. It's right out of the box. I did not do any charging, so it's still power up very nicely. And this one is from the Mark III, which I have charged just once during my review. I think it was 2 months ago, and the power is still going up very brightly. Yeah, so this is a very good Hall of Armor, I would say, and I do recommend it way more than the SH Figuarts one, because they are more affordable and it's also very much brighter. Okay, this is so nice. Yeah, baby, yeah. And I do know some of you want to see how well does the SH Figuarts fit into the Hall of Armor. I'll take this opportunity to show it to you guys, because of the without the lights, I think it's nicer for you to see. And this stand needs to come out because it's taller than the Mark II of the SH Figuarts. Yep, so you can see it does works for the SH Figuarts as well. Some of you might argue that it might be, you know, too big for it, but I think it's fine. Okay. And to further assure you that this one does works very well for the SH Figuarts, I will try on the SH Figuarts Mark I on it. Yep, so you can, you know, have a clearer view on how does two SH Figuarts look inside the Hall of Armor from the ZD Toys. Okay, I'm taking off the stands and I'll put on the Mark I from SH Figuarts. Okay, yep, so can you see it? It does works very well, even for the bulky Mark I. Wow, just look at that. This is such a beautiful wheel. Wow. Okay, so my final verdict for this ZD Toys Iron Man Mark II is I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Yes, it does looks beautiful aesthetically, and it does looks very similar to what you can see from the movie itself. The attentions to details for this Mark II is remarkable. I mean, there are so many details on it, not just a repaint from the Mark III, but it is having a lot more details on the armor, with all the dotted lines all along the chest, the hands, the thighs, even at the back of it. This looks very nice. My goodness, I mean, if you are a big fans of Mark II, I think this should be in your must-have list. And having said that, there are something lacking in terms of the articulations because of the neck. He can't really look up that much. Maybe it's just my one because the Mark III doesn't have the same problem. And also at the abdomen's area, he can't really bend forward much. This is, I think, one of the limitations for the ZD Toys. So yes, I would think that this Mark II is pretty much perfect. So I'm recommending it to all of you guys who actually love the Iron Man Mark II to have this in your collections. So I do hope you like this review. Do give me a thumbs up if you like it, and of course always feel free to leave me any questions or anything that you would like to know down in the comments below. And before you leave, of course, I hope you will check out my playlist at the top right corner, and also do browse around my channel for more interesting toy reviews such as this one, and I'll see you again in my next video. Like always, take care and thank you for watching. Bye!